People believe that NATO will simply back down if Donald Trump is re-elected, as he is strongly against the war in Ukraine. This is simply not the case, as NATO began planning for a Trump victory months ago. Chief Jens Stoltenberg attempted to create a €100 billion fund that was intended to be Trump-proof earlier in the spring. However, his plan was abandoned in June 2024. Stoltenberg then wanted every member to pledge an annual package of $43 billion on non-lethal aid for Ukraine. Yet there was dissent within NATO, as nations like Italy said they were not actively at war with Russia, while others wanted to wait to see how much Congress would pass on to Ukraine. Last week, NATO defense chiefs held a meeting to discuss how to continue the war in the event of a Trump victory. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin assured NATO that the neocons in Washington are committed to continuing aid packages to Ukraine. "We can't expect that the U.S. will continue to take on an outsized burden in supporting Ukraine," a senior NATO official said on Thursday, which is why the Secretary General wants to see NATO leading on security assistance rather than one ally taking that on. The official noted that Europe must now step up in case someone enters the White House who is actually seeking peace. America and Europe are ramping up their efforts to arm Ukraine ahead of the election. Both are now using frozen Russian assets to fund Ukraine. Biden said he is emptying out all of the funding that Congress has already approved for Ukraine. The other goal is to provide Ukraine with the means to manufacture their own munitions, with Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs James O'Brien commenting that billions have been invested on the matter. "Every day we are building long-term capability to Ukraine," Austin said on Friday. "That will help to spell success for Ukraine in the long haul." The neocons have weeks to finalize a plan. How do they ensure the Ukraine war continues if Donald Trump becomes president this November? The answer may shock the world.
Vicious. I saw it today where missiles are going into cities, in this case Kiev, and you see the school children going to school and missiles are following them. The whole thing is horrible. I will have that settled in 24 hours. People say, oh, you can't. It's just like when I hear DeSantis, when I hear the sanctimonious come and say, we need 8 years. Again, if he needs 8 years, don't vote for him. I'll have that. This country will be hopping in 6 months, and a lot of it's going to do with energy and energy costs. It'll be hopping in 6 months and less than 6 months, but it'll be back.
Thank you, Iowa, for being here.